and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 for another Survive the Hunt. We are back on 5M. We have got an 80s theme because we did this quite early on. We did the themes and it's been a bunch more mods added and updated, so it should be a fun spawn set of vehicles. Admittedly, I'm not quite on theme to start, but the Vantage V600 mods added to the server, and, well, I'm going to use him. The way this works, if you haven't seen one of these before, is this lot are going to be trying to chase me down while I try and survive for 24 hours of game time. And the other thing I'm going to do is try and blow up Crane, who has made a very, very fast flivver. I'm not going to lie, that thing's rapid. I don't know if it can turn very well, but that thing is very quick. I am honestly quite impressed. I am very impressed with it. I just want to explode it now. Where are we going, Crane? Can we come here, please? There we go. That works. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. My determination to kill Crane has been my undoing. Well, it's actually given me a fitting vehicle. Right, things have gone a bit silly, haven't they? As is normally the case. Right. But if this is your first Survive the Hunt, I apologise for the slightly out of control intro. The way this works, I have to try and survive for 24 hours of game time while being hunted, but there is no blips on maps, no name over players, etc. My goal, alongside surviving, is to blow up as many, well, they're normally pre's, they aren't this time around, something era appropriate, blow up as many of these pink vehicles as I can. There has been a little tweak with how this works. There is still a beam of light saying where they are, but rather than being like pressed down on the D-pad, it is more a case of when you get within a certain visual range, they appear. So, for example, I know there's one by the docks and there's one up in Mirror Park, but that's kind of all I know. I've taken a rather uninspired route into the city, but this is largely because I need to try and get distance because we are farting about exploding Crane. Again, if this is your first time watching, Crane likes the flivver, we like blowing the flivver up. So, yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it, really. Now, I need to grab a vehicle to try and start blending in because a bright orange race car will stand out a lot. Porsche, I don't want to go. So, one of the other rules we do have is if I go in high-end cars, at the start, everyone is... The high-end sports cars, supercars, aren't really allowed for the hunters to use. But if I'm spotted driving around in Lamborghinis and the like, they are then also going to be allowed in Lamborghinis and the like, and then everything just gets very fast. So I don't want to go in high-end cars straight away, but I do need something. I don't really want to drive that, but I kind of feel like I'm going to have to drive something that's not a Bobcat. Like, I would rather be in the... I don't know whether this is going to count, actually, as a supercar rule. The thing is, the supercar rule becomes a lot blurrier when... Can you shut the door, please? Shut the bloody door. Shut door! Okay, or don't shut door. Okay, door is now shut. Right. Other rules that I have is I'm allowed to change my player model. I'm allowed to change my player model once at the start for free, and I get one subsequent change later on. I can use it at whatever point I feel like, but I am only allowed to change it once, and that is it. I don't want to do it straight away. Unlike on console where you can change clothes and so on, we can't really be doing that here, so it's for balancing reasons. So, what do we know about the vehicle's the vehicle explodey locations, the targets, if you do like that? Like, English is failing. It's been a weird start today. We know there's one by the X of the docks. We know there's one at Mirror Park. We know there's one at Michael's house. There's one over there. I'm not too keen on. I guess we can go out here to check. There could be some up in the hills that are going to be very difficult to see and know unless you go up there. And likewise, Quartz Center. There's one over there. Well, I guess that's a solid enough start location. Not necessarily where I would want to be. I don't know. It's not the worst place to aim for. And there's a car park. I might be able to swap out this car. I feel like a bright blue DeLorean is a little bit of a giveaway, and I don't really want that. I want to be blending in. We want to be stealthy. We want to be sneaking. There's literally no other cars in the car park. Is that really necessary, game? You could have at least given me something to try and blend in with. couldn't you? Bugger. And I now know there's a hunter close by. Oh. I don't like the car that I'm in at the moment. It feels both too obvious, it feels too distinct. I'm wondering whether... I mean, it is possible. So, what I am thinking is... Okay, I have a plan. I have a plan. It's not a very good plan. Well, I know it might work. Okay, so we do this. We do... Hello. We do cops turn a blind eye. And then if we detonate that car, and then we are going to kind of go on foot, wander through the cemetery, down towards the road. There's a door out of the cemetery over here. I'm counting on they're not expecting me to be on foot doing this. And I can actually go out the door down here and I can walk down towards the petrol station. There is a car park at the bottom of the hill and I can aim for that. That is my goal. That is my thinking at the moment. It's a combination of it's a little bit less likely a strategy for me to use. I doubt they're going to be checking everybody walking. If they do opt to check everybody walking, as you can see there's actually now somebody checking a DeLorean over there. I would have liked to have seen some more people walking around the cemetery. That would have been helpful. The fact that there isn't any does give me some fear. I mean, we can see all the hunters whizzing around. I don't want to come out of this door, and I don't want a hunter seeing me coming out of this door. If I'm walking on the footpath, they're not going to notice or care, but they might notice the door opening, which is why I'm being very, very cautious. Now, they are... Okay, I think now's as good a chance as any. Right. Because, I mean, you saw how many hunters there were whizzing around there. And they were checking DeLoreans. Like, they literally were checking DeLoreans, the car I was driving. Probably because they figured that's the sort of thing I'm likely to go for. And it makes sense, right? I'm going to want a half-decent car. DeLorean is a half-decent car. Well, I mean, in reality, it would have broken down 5 minutes into a chase if you got that far. However, in GTA, it's not the worst shout as a getaway vehicle. But yeah, maybe a tad too obvious, I think. There's still... those Porsches are spawning in Gliska's colour a lot. And it's unnerving seeing it around. I mean, the walking around... Oh, and the Porsche's had a weird moment. Walking around here is currently working for me. If there's nothing... Oh, don't tell me there's nothing... There's nothing in that car park, is there? There's just nothing. All of my good plans are being foiled. Well, my plans are I'm still alive, right? That's a bonus point. Like... We are still currently alive and going. I don't really want to have to keep... Well, we're going to have to. At some point, we're going to have to try and either run out into the road and grab a car. Or run out into the road and grab a car. There's not very much of an option in this one. That's just going to have to be how it is. I guess the other option is to drive a taco van, which... would honestly get me killed, not because they think it's me, just because they would think it would be funny to crash into a taco van. That does happen as well. You've got to be careful with your vehicle selection. Sometimes it's just funny to crash into the vehicle, even if it's not suspected, you know, for being me. Bikes are tempting, but if I get a bike, A, it'll definitely break the supercar rule, and B, it does tend to end, or it can end badly. Can be very effective, but you run the risk of getting knocked off the bike, and all of that fun stuff. There's no sign of any cars here. I think we're safe now to try the run out into the street and grab a car. I think I want one of the Porsches if I can. The beige Mobile coming this way. Hello. Yep. This will do. Oh no! Shit! Thank you very much for your car. I apologise, but we do need it. Right. Okay, we got, was it 928, if I'm remembering the Porsches correctly? In the most beigeiest of beige. It's just a very 80s choice at the moment. I do think the downside of this car, I think it's going to get looked at. I think a bit like the DeLorean, maybe this is slightly less standing out because it's not going to be bright colour. All the DeLoreans have been really bright colours, which is cool and everything, but or DeLorean likes. I see a little bit of Alpine in that as well. The A380, am I remembering that one rightly? I know it is the DeLorean with it's a Deluxo and it's got the door, but a bit of the front reminds me of the... Sorry, I was looking at your car. God dear, I get distracted easily, alright? I'm sorry. I digress. We get distracted. That's just me. I get distracted easily by looking at cars. Doesn't matter if it survived the hunt. Just life in general. Easily distracted looking at cars. There might be one on the pier. That's kind of what I'm cruising down here looking for or hoping for. Although, if there is... Actually, I might go over this way. The reason... My logic is if it's not at the pier, there are a few other places. There is one at the pier. Okay. That's good. I like that. I don't really like the difficulty in getting out of here, though. This is the problem part, is trying to get away from the pier is really tough. There's not that many... Oh, God, there's garbage cars here. What is my best bet for getting away here? Really? All the cars here are garbage in that car park. I guess we can see what cars are in the car park at top. I could have driven around to get my car onto the pier, although it is quite suspicious a vehicle driving down the pier. It does tend to get looked at with suspicion. So, I'm less likely to be spotted if I'm walking. I mean, I've been walking on the pier before and got away with blending in. Jeez, I thought that was a hunter then. Okay, that's a very... What is that? Is it the Vector? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what car that is, but it's cool. It almost looks like... Okay, there is a Porsche up here for me to steal. I mean, that's very cool. I'm very tempted by that. It is the Vector. Do I want it? Of course I do. Do I think it's going to be a good shout? Nope. I mean, honestly, we're going for... I think I'm better off going down here. Oh, I forgot to check that and didn't do that one properly, but never mind. All is fine. If we just sort of like wander up to the end of the pier, I'm contemplating doing the old swan dive off the pier. It's not always the worst idea in the world. We can get down there. We know they're going to be around the area. They also do know that I like to be on foot when I blow this one up, because it's just so difficult to get out of here incognito. It's so tough to get out of here incognito. There's not a lot of options for me as a player, right? But there's also so many NPCs walking around. It's near impossible for them to kill everything. So I'm just kind of following. I don't like this because it leaves you quite vulnerable. I can see one of them. There's one of them crashing around. Would that kill me? I don't know. If I get hit by them... They are definitely more... If I just, like, join in with the running of everyone else, I'm hoping that this might not look suspicious, because there's so many people. There's so many, like, AIs running down... Oh. So many AIs running down here. Yeah, I mean, it's... I think there's been enough chaos here. They just don't know which way to look. And that works for me. That helps me out massively here in the whole getting away process. sounds like a lot of stuff falling in the water, but I can't actually see a lot of stuff falling in the water. Yeah, the downside part here is... crap. Definitely heard a car up above. Uh-oh. I was going to see if I could snipe anyone from long range, but I had to start paying attention all of a sudden. Yeah, the car has gone. Right, I did not have any armor ready yet, so I will do that. I mean, I'm not... we should survive. I had to jump off the pier. We'd jump off the pier. It would be fine. Should survive that, no problem. But, yeah, I mean, ideally, what I want to do here is I want to get on a jet ski, and I'm going to try and work my way back to the docks. I don't know where some of the other vehicles are, but I do know that if I can get on the jet ski and I can head my way back to the docks... We know there's one by the entranceway, right? And it's the trying to confuse them, trying to make some difficulties for them in their pursuit of me and all of that good stuff. That's what we're aiming for. Sow confusion, run around, don't be predictable. And it's tough to not be predictable. We've done this a lot now. But I don't think they're going to be expecting... And I can't see any blimps or anything at the moment. That is one of the big weaknesses to this strategy, is that there is a blimp, which doesn't look like there is one at the moment. We should be okay. Now, they are probably aware that I like the jet ski strategy from there. It's so difficult to get away from the pier. It's so difficult to get away from the pier. You either have to blow it up and immediately run away very quickly, or you hang around, or, well, you either immediately blow it up, run away in a car, you hang around on foot like I did, or you escape immediately by jet ski, or you can do a bit of a combination of hang around and then escape by jet ski, or hang around, escape by car, but it's a really, really difficult spot to get out of incognito, if it were. If I do happen to spot any other locations while I'm whizzing around on the jet ski here, then that's also, you know, all good and the like. I know where one is, and it's good for me in terms of making distance and in terms of making it tough for them, basically. Oh crap. That's... what? I don't even know if that is a player. I don't think it is. I think that's an AI that's fallen through the world. Or fallen through... what? What? What in the GTA is going on? It's just an AI driving down the store. If that's a hunter... because they would have reacted to seeing a jet ski. Like, you just couldn't... A, there were two of them in that car, which is unlikely. They do sometimes ride around in each other's car. I assumed it was a player that had dropped off a bridge by accident, or was thinking that maybe I was going to take this route. If that is a player, and they have done that, and I haven't shot them, like, fair play, well done. You have fooled me with the level of weirdness going on, basically. Ugh. It's not very deep down this part. We are like skimming the underside of our jet ski along, but it's fine. Right. Now we do need to find a way out of the water, which is always the problem part when you do this, because it's not the easiest place to get out of. And right there, I presume that is where the vehicle is. over that part there, which is fine. Is it here there's a ladder? Yeah. Okay, bomb. It's not well parked, but it's good enough. It'll work. It'll work. Right, okay, so goal 1, find a car now. Goal 2, blow up the pink thing. I think it's the Libra, I think is what we've got. I don't know what it's based on, something terrible in 80s. And then goal 3 is run away. The problem part is I feel like everything I'm going to find here is garbage. And I'm not really liking my odds in a chase.
Oh my gosh!
Particularly. This thing does not look good. I've driven worse things. Maybe I should have got the blister convertible or something. I do not know. Right, things we need to do, which was windows. Roll windows down. We need to do cops turn a blind eye. I'm hoping there are no hunters around, because I'm farting about something terrible. And then we can do that. Detonate that car. Good. Focus on making a little bit of ground. And then we can bring up that. Vehicle windows. Roll up windows. Okay. The urge to just bolt and run away as fast as I can is really high, but you can get yourself in trouble doing that. If I hang around here too long, get myself killed. Bolt too fast, get myself spotted, and get you know, you've got to take some risks. You've got to be somewhat careful. What I suspect is going to happen here is, ooh, there's one over here. I'm not blowing that one up. It's just too risky to explode that at the moment. What's going to work in my favour is they're not expecting me to drive an SUV like this. Admittedly, so we've had this before, but I'll go over it again. Driving a car like this, I'm not going to get looked at particularly suspiciously unless I do something really odd, right? You're just not going to expect me to go in this because, A, I tend to avoid the slower vehicles, because if I'm in a car chase, it's dangerous, right? So I do tend to go for a bit faster vehicles if I can. I did not realise that was... Oh, it is a lane for turning that way. Fair enough. There is a car behind me. There is a hunter behind me, which I don't quite know what they're doing. I'm not sure what is suspicious about my car at the moment as to why we are being followed. Basically, the downside for my theory of using a vehicle like this is if I do get spotted for whatever reason, it's very difficult to do all that much in the case of getting away, right? If they do decide they want to chase me, it's pretty difficult to get away because my car is just not fast. Maybe the only reason they were suspicious of me is because it was heading towards another location? Another target location? Maybe? I don't really like it, though. I feel like while this vehicle is not a terrible shout, I think I might have to get rid of it. I can't get out of it yet because there's too many hunters around. Why are we not going? I mean, I'm not too displeased by not moving, having just seen 2 hunters race past. But they're now harassing a blister convertible. One of them is. I'm really not liking this, but I don't have a good way out at the moment. I really desperately do not want to be here, but I don't have a good way out that's any form of safe. I definitely want to get rid of this car, but I don't have anywhere I can park it, and if I get out on foot here, it's really dangerous as well. Do they know what my player model is like? I don't think they would have any inkling. They might have seen me on the pier, but there was a lot of NPCs on that pier. Like, I don't think you're going to remember one particular player, like one particular character model on the pier. Oh, I don't like this. I'm not enjoying this. Particularly, it's dicey. And I'm like, okay, we know there's one at the oil fields. There's one at Mirror Park. So there's some locations that I will forget immediately for future reference. Alright, so now I know that's technically for going left, but I'm ignoring this because I do not want a car behind me at the moment. A car behind me at a set of lights. The AI doing unnatural things is scary and could well lead to me being spotted. Don't want to be in this car when I get spotted, as I have said. I feel like this might be a good place because they're not going to expect me on this particular road. It's away from the target car. I mean, okay, bright red fox body, probably not what I want. Oh, that also not what I want. That we're going to. Oh, I just saw the blimp. Right. Roll the windows down. Okay. Is it a little bit of a giveaway? Sure, but it is better than having a smashed window and like having a little bits of glass. I don't know how well the damage sinks. It's the best option I've got at the moment. Right. Okay. We are fine. We are good. We've got out of our potentially obvious car in favour of a car that won't have been seen, but if it does get, it will be a bit more distinctive. You know, there's only so much that I can do. Wasn't there a vehicle by the red train carriage, the restaurant bit? I feel like there might have been. I feel like I was just driving through the parking spaces there as well. Whoops. There might be one by the cinema. I'm going to go up that way. I think that's my route to go here. I mean, I do want to make some time up. We have definitely we've kind of faffed about, and we've faffed about, but we've been safe, but it has been time consuming, essentially. So I'm gonna like we have been safe, but yeah, the time is getting away. Yeah, you with your vector, shush. Again, I do apologise if I don't get it wrong. Joe will be very angry at me if I've forgotten my weird 80s supercars, because I don't really remember them. I'm pretty sure it said, I think it's that way round. But there's a few of the obscure ones I just don't remember well enough. And Joe and Longbow, actually, both of them will be very angry at me if I've got it wrong. I apologise. I like obscure cars too, I just don't remember. I can't remember all of them. Oh, I've been an idiot. I didn't actually need to go this way. I could have just gone straight down there. I was not quite on the road. I was busy thinking about cars. Funny, that. Right. Now, I'm just ignoring traffic lights. There's no hunters around me, so I'm not going to worry about these traffic lights. I can get spotted for doing dodgy things at the junctions, like it does happen. But for the sake of trying to make up a bit of time after, you know, a not great start here, I'm going to risk it. And also, to be fair, I would be seeing the beams of light. If it was at the cinema, I would see it by now. So I'm going to guess it must be at the train carriage. I'm going to not risk jumping the car ahead. That feels dangerous to me. I say just in case. Like, running a red light's quite difficult to spot because the lights don't always sync perfectly. The hunters are busy driving around relatively fast, so you're not going to notice the light, but you're going to notice a car pulling around stuff in weird ways, right? That's my logic. That's my theory as to why I'll go through a red light, but I'm not going to overtake a car if I think hunters might be in the area. I just don't know. I haven't seen them, but we have been relatively secluded for a while. Thought I heard a crash. Does not mean, though, that it is a player. Because as you can see here, the AI are being weird. I also, yeah. There is a hunter around. All this traffic. I've had nothing to do with this traffic, but all this traffic is going to give me away. Bloody 2 hunters about. How the hell am I going to get to this car? This target? I mean, working on the assumption that I did see it here. Maybe I didn't. I must have been mistaken. Or maybe it was actually like Michael's house. It might be further down. I would have been expecting to see the beam of light by now if it was at the train carriage. Also, slightly concerned I've not seen another one of these cars about. I'm not sure it's distinctive enough to do, like, the spawn set is very varied. It is very cool. I do love having these themes and seeing all sorts of different stuff. So there wasn't a car here. I could have sworn I saw something that I thought was in this direction. But it must be closer to Michael's house or maybe Eclipse Tower. Although I might be seeing Eclipse Towers by now. Maybe Richmond Hotel? From the angle that we were looking at? I guess maybe I misjudged the distance. Yeah, it couldn't have been as far away as I was thinking because of the distance of the beams of light. God, I've got more thinking to do. I don't like thinking. I'm here to do the driving part and occasionally the shooting part. I'm not very good at the shooting part. I'm much better at the driving part. Even then, I still make the odd silly mistake. I don't know where on earth to go next. I guess we're going to go check out Richmond Hotel and Michael's house, that area. I can't see any hunters about at the moment. I don't know where they were going off to check. So I don't know how much time have we got left. Not sure. Not that long. Not that long. Ugh. They're going to be getting... Like, they don't realise how dicey it has been for me here. They genuinely do not realise how dicey this has all been for me. So they're going to be getting tetchy because they've not seen much or know much of what is going on here. So where's Michael's house? Okay, it must be Richmond Hotel. We will carry on over here. Is it Richmond? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. This is the one that always seems to get me killed. Or gets me spotted, I should say. But there isn't. Oh, now there's a blimp. Bloody hell, that thing just appeared, didn't it? I can't do anything now. The blimp is here. We've travelled all this way. And there's literally nothing I can do. The blimp is here. Oh, Richmond Hotel seems to have despawned anyway. That's unhelpful. Okay, we are going to ignore that one. We have been having some issues with it misbehaving. And, I mean, in some ways, I'm glad that we were able to drive past and not commit to that one. The other known locations were all down by the docks, to be fair. It's quite a long trek. That is quite a long trek for me, so I guess we're going to try and go through the middle of the city here. I've lost sight of the blimp. No idea where the blimp's gone in all of this, which isn't great. I don't really like that. Right. Okay, I need to try and get a move on. I need to try and find something, see something of use, I guess. There could... I'm trying to think, where have we not looked that there might be a target car? The car parks, either the multicoloured car park or any of those. We have not checked that part of the map particularly. Wee Wang, I don't know whether we would have been close enough to see that one illuminate if it was there. There could be ones in the hills, but it's a long drive with very little guarantee. No, it's not in multicoloured car park. Would have pinged up by now if it was. That's okay. We will carry on. Could be. I say could be where. Could be Life Invader-y bit. I guess. Come on, lights, hurry up. I've got to get a move on at some point. I mean, there's going to come a point where I might have to just grab Cheetah Classic, for example, and try and blitz ones I can find. Maybe. Again, we don't want to have to resort to that one. It's dicey resorting to that one as well. We can still, you can still see the beam from where I blew up the last one, but that was it's a long time ago. B, it's a long way in the distance. There was another car that's just gone past. I don't think there's one at Wee Wang. I think it would have been showing by now if it was. Does not look like there is one. Okay. I don't think there's any over this side of the map then. I think this. I mean, I can't be sure, but I don't reckon there's any more on the kind of coast side of the map. Why did that turn round? Okay, it didn't. They just crashed. Right, that's fine. For a minute, it really looked like that Golf was turning round to invest. Like it saw me and was suspicious. I was really concerned that it was turning around. It just didn't. It just didn't. I guess how it was either trying to make a corner or getting spun, it just looked like it was coming after us. But it's fine. All is good. I'm going. Okay, actually, the light. I was about to go run the light anyway, but the lights went green regardless, so it's fine. I mean, I guess like Simeon's maybe. Maybe Simeon's is worth a look. That area. Don't think I've gone through that bit yet. Really. The lights are being kind to me, which is good. There is one that can sometimes spawn in the construction site. I mean, I guess, look, the worst comes to worst. If I can't spot any over here, it doesn't actually look like there's going to be one here either, does there? It does not look like Simeon's has spawned. Or the construction site one. We will just carry on casually. So yeah, there's not one in there. There's definitely not one at Simeon's. Ah, there's one over there. Now, I would change direction immediately, but I can't. There's a hunter messing around in a prelude. Okay, where is that one? Like, strip club, maybe? I would say probably at that point. That does look like the location. Hopefully this one here will be spawned. I can't quite see if it's there. I mean, we are going to follow this bike through. Okay, bike's going onto the motorway. I do not... Well, I do want to, and I might do that as a getaway plan. Okay, that one there has... It does exist. It is spawned. Right. Okay. Can I spot any hunters around? No, not really. I mean, we've got to go and do something, right? Okay. That one there has exploded. Or not. By the looks of it, it did not detonate. Did that somehow miss? I could have sworn I heard the clonk as the sticky bomb made contact with it. Oh, this feels really dangerous. But I've got to do this within the time. Otherwise, the fact that the blimp flew past makes me think that it didn't. Oh, something's being broken. It's definitely gone. Something's not working fully. Oh no. I'm going up onto the motorway. But something's misbehaved, as that is very much detonated. Technical difficulties, no! Why would you do such a thing? Either way, I mean, we're going to sneak away. To be fair, this is something that does happen and has come up a bit when doing the console version. But like, it's the console version. Sometimes it just doesn't notify the owner of the car. Their car's been exploded. This is the equivalent. Finding new things to not quite work. Oh, GTA, never change. It never will. Let's face it. So we know there's one in Mirror Park. I think that's where I'm heading next. I guess, yeah, if we head towards Mirror Park, we might be safe. We might might be safe on this one. For now, at least. We know that we every so often are running into the hunters. Like, they are going to be around, of course. Sometimes they get lucky. Sometimes I do something dumb. Oh, come on. I really don't want to be sat here. I feel like I don't have a huge amount of time to be wasting. Do I go for the oil fields one? I guess. The oil fields one is a long way out that way. I don't really want to go for it. It's going to be one of the last ones I would really want to be aiming for. However, we're going to get stuck behind this van, aren't we? Or whatever. I'm not in a massive rush to get over to that car by virtue of, I don't know, the hunters. The number of potential targets are dwindling now for the hunters to deal with, and you know, they're going to, as you know, clearly one thing hasn't quite worked properly. They're going to check to make sure stuff is actually still existing, because it's you know, if the thing is not always notifying fully. Well, this one here, well, there is a target car here. Doesn't seem to be pink. Something's got a little bit haywire. Is my yeah? Something's not quite displaying correctly. That is unhelpful. That is unhelpful. I think we might be in trouble. I think we might be in trouble entirely because... Oh, no. Okay, I think what saved me there... You know what, I'm going to try something. I know one of them was in a police car. Like, I know one of them was in a police car. Will they... Don't know whether that black and green car is going to remember having seen... Whether they'll remember being suspicious of a red Mustang. Because, like... Wasn't exactly... I would like a, like, lay down, like a prone button, please. I don't really like where I am, but I don't really like my options of where to go at the moment. The other side, that over there looks very exposed. Here is quite a nice little hidden hole. I could hear a lot of doors opening and closing. But yeah, the back of this... I don't know what's going on the other side of this building, but I don't like it. Is my current feeling. Can I... Do we reckon? Okay, this house actually looks a little bit safer. This house looks a little bit harder to see into. Oh, no, not from there. I don't even know what side's more vulnerable here. Well, probably doing that isn't a great idea. Now, those sirens, are they an AI police car? Are they one of the players who's just left their car, is wandering around? A lot of beep. Oh, I've not got the time for this. That's got to be them. Surely that engine sound. I need to find a good car here. I need to find a good car, and I need a good car pretty fast. Because we don't have much time. here at all. Right. Crap. Nothing is spawning that'll help me. I mean, unless I go back for the... They may have already nicked or blown up the Dominator, to be fair. I would have been tempted to if I was them. There's nothing. There's literally no cars. It's a Reliant or an SU. I've got 4 minutes and there's nothing to use. I mean, okay, what I might have to do here... I would have grabbed that, but they did not stop as I was expecting them to. Right, Van. Come here, you're terrible. But my goal is going to be... I'm not driving this for any length of time. It's garbage. But if it can get me to the car park slightly quicker, where there's a load of vehicles to choose from, I will just grab whatever is fastest, and then... There's really nothing fast, is there? Oh, good lord. It's dreary and it's bad. It's so bad. It's going to be a Dominator, isn't it? Like, that's it. That is literally all we have got here. Is going to be the Dominator. It's not the worst thing. Like, I will take it. This one doesn't have an alarm, at least. Right. It's time to go. We know there's one. There's one up by the oil fields. Oh, go. Time to move. Now... Vehicle-related options. Does it matter if I put the window down? No, because I'm going to be just booting it and hoping at this point. It is full speed ahead, and we will try and blitz the ones that we can possibly get to in the time, and then maybe find some others in 2 and a bit minutes of driving around. Goodbye signpost. We haven't checked the airport. There could well be one there. I mean, look, there was a green car turned up there. Oh. Right. Yeah, hello. You know it's me. I know you know it's me. I haven't got much other choice here to go. We've only got a couple of minutes. I feel like I can survive a 2-minute chase. I feel like that's doable. Something has clearly broken in the script, but for the actual game mode, however, GTA, like we have got a chase and a not particularly big time limit. I just don't know. We know there's supposed to be one at Richmond Hotel. So whether there has been an attempt to rectify that, I am not sure. I'm going to head that way, literally, because I have no other theories as to where these cars might be. Oh, that was dicey. But it's okay. We are out the other side in one piece. There goes Crane. Yep. Hello. We just blitzed past everyone. Going the other way, but they're going to have to spin around. It's going to take them a while to get it turned around. They're probably going to guess where I'm heading. It's the only other one where I know. I think what's happened is for some reason they've stopped working, and then people have gone and manually placed them, and possibly Amy is in spectate mode and has just said when a car has been blown up to act as if there is a beam of light informing correctly. That is my guess as to what we've had to kind of do on the fly, because live things haven't quite worked out. It's been an interesting survive the hunt. It's been a lot more tense than a lot of them has been. We're fine. It's not been the crazy action-packed car chase constant that we have had in some of them. It's definitely been a whole lot tenser this time around. I mean, I can see the blimp, and I can see the, I don't know if it's like tulip or whatever it is that's chasing us. Oh, that one, there is a pink one here. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. I'm going to go with probably not. We will duck out of there. It's only 17 seconds remaining. We have detonated that one. Oh, is there one over there? Oh, no, that's one that exploded earlier. Oh, that's the one at the cemetery or whatever. Oh, we've got 7 seconds remaining. Yeah, it's just... We were able to get around in the... Honestly, like, we were able to get around here with this car. I feel like... we got as many as I knew. I think we got everything that I knew where they were. I quite like this car. This has been quite a good getaway car, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it's... We got as many as we could, I think, in that one. It was very tense. They have no idea how close they were on a number of occasions. For them, it will have not been as exciting as it was for me. Because, yeah, it was super dicey for me in a lot of that. But, yeah, the whole, like, blending around on foot worked very well. Okay, I'm pleased with that maneuver. That maneuver was cool. That maneuver was very movie-esque. I mean, you know, we can't lose the blimp doing that, but we can make the car crash. Sorry! I'm going for a swim. It's that time of the day where the Mustang does require its drink. And it has been a faithful and been a very, very good getaway car. However, it is time for a swim, and with that, it is going to be... I mean, I say time to say goodbye. You know, it was a successful hunt. It was a successful hunt for for me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, it was a lot more of a tense one than I was expecting. I like the change of the beams of light when they get close. I quite like that. I think that works pretty well. It's a shame the game mode broke a little bit, but alas, modded 5M will do modded 5M things. There we have it. That is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.